Welcome back to Star Wars Battlefront 2. On the third mission, Coruscant Rescue. I think that's what it's called anyway. I think that might be another game, but we'll see. A Desperate Rescue, that's what it's called.
As the Clone Wars progressed, more and more ground-based legions found themselves pressed into space combat, including the fighting forces of the 501st. For months, every hour of our downtime was spent in the simulator, preparing for the time we would face our enemies from the cockpit of a 170. Finally, the day came to earn our wings. The CIS had staged a daring kidnapping of Chancellor Palpatine and was being escorted from Coruscant by a fleet of Separatist ships. With only a few veteran pilots on planet, many of the 501st were pressed into service to drive off the Seps and buy time for a pair of Jedi Knights to rescue the Chancellor.
Attention, clear the hangar area. Repeat, clear the hangar area.
It's kind of a cool concept, actually.
Get to your ships. The Jedi are depending on
Something they don't cover at all in the Clone Wars show
incoming fighters. Take them out.
is the they cover this a lot in the Republic Commando books. Oh my god! I just got wrecked. But yeah, they cover that a lot in the Republic Commando books, where the original clones were starting to get phased out by Sparty clones towards this time of the war, and they didn't mention that here, obviously. But like the idea of, like they were saying, oh my god, these guys are good. The idea of ground-based legions getting transferred into space combat roles, like, it's kind of interesting. What the heck? Guess we're just getting thrown ourselves out. There's no reinforcement cap on this one, thankfully. But yeah, in the Clone Wars show, they didn't really mention any of that. Like they had. Kill 4 more of these. Like all these clones, like Rex or whatever, like they had their pilots or whatever, but all the clones were kind of just jacks of all trades. Oh, this is bad. Hey, we're gonna die. Oh my god. There's so many of them on me right now. How's he shooting sideways? Well, that was interesting. Alright.
Repeat, this is not a drill.
The whole idea of Sparty clones is awesome anyway, like in the Republic Commando books, because they're kind of a... They're nowhere close to as good as Camino clones, you know, but like... outshot him that time. And his friend... Oh, man.
We've got a banking clan ship acting as a frigate for the droids. Destroy it.
But yeah, they were cloned and flash trained within a couple of months, whereas like obviously the clones took like 10 years to get to this point. You know, so they don't have the combat experience. They don't even have the real world like training experience. You know, and they were just kind of secretly thrown in. And they were basically Palpatine's failsafe plan in case the Camino clones decided not to do Order 66. Which, in the old canon... In the old canon, the clones didn't have the chips or anything like that they do in the new Clone Wars, which is also a cool idea. But, it was all personal choice, because a lot of the clones just really hated the Jedi by this point. There's a huge push in, not really push, but a huge sentiment in the galaxy that the clones weren't real humans or weren't real beings. They didn't have any rights, so the clones obviously didn't like that.
Take down the droid communications array. That'll give you an opening.
You know, know, so a lot of them, especially like Ayla Secura and a lot of these people, like, the clones really hated him. So they kind of did that a little bit in the Clone Wars show, especially Kiadi Mundi. You know, the guy's just an idiot.
Well done. Now that they're in disarray, fly into their hangar and land. Be careful.
And obviously, you had clones like Delta Squad and Omega Squad, I guess it was, that didn't do Order 66.
Use rockets or time bombs to destroy the
Like, just
internal
decided
systems.
not to. You know, it wasn't like the Bad Batch where they just, like, couldn't or didn't. Oh, this is bad. I don't have the firepower to kill any of these guys. Nade!
Now, grab a fighter and destroy the bridge of the enemy cruiser.
Again, current repair.
I need to get out of here. The Bad Batch show really confuses me, to be honest with you. I'll probably go into this more in the next episode, but like, it's the same problem as The Mandalorian and all these, you know, where it's like, it's going to be this super elite squad or this super elite bounty hunter, and they're gonna do super elite stuff, and then they just end up babysitting the entire show. You know, like, I was really looking forward to Bad Batch, you know, because it's going to cover, you know, the transition era through the Purge era, you know, like how the clones got cut out of everything. And they've barely shown that. It's been 2 seasons now.
Well done, gents. With flying like that, the Republic is well on its way to victory.
Not how I made it out of the hangar in this video. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to prevent YouTube from screwing me again. And I will see you in the next video.
After disabling the final capital ship, General Kenobi and Skywalker took advantage of the opportunity we'd created and rescued the Chancellor. Took all the credit, too.